for me, I've always just loved, I don't know, I've always just loved a friendship with opposite sex. I've always just loved friendship with the opposite sex, and I pride and I make sure that I find a way of building just platonic friendship and nothing more, no strings attached. Hi guys, hi everyone. Welcome back to Tinola Live. My name is Tinola. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, dropping a comment. Thank you so much. And I'm also saying thank you to people that have not subscribed so that you can actually go and subscribe, right? Okay, so today, let's get right into the conversation. So today on this episode, I want to talk about friendship with the opposite sex, right? And the dynamics. So personally for me, I've always had male friends. If you look at the ratio of my friendship, male to female, I've always had higher percentage of male friends than female friends. I have female friends too, I have female friends. But I've always had percentage of, like a higher percentage of male friends. So if you count 10 of my friends, you will find 6 male friends out of my friends. So I've always had male friends anyways. So and I know that this kind of relationship is very dicey, is very dynamic, is not, and one of the things I would say first of all is it is not meant for everyone. It is not meant for everyone. Please, it's not meant for everyone. So if you are lucky to have male friends that are amazing, right, that are amazing, like they are really amazing, please keep them. Please, I beg you, keep them, right? So after saying that they are not meant for everyone, there are other things that are involved in this kind of friendship. And I will use myself or my example or the way I've always handled my friendship with, the opposite sex, to say one or two things, right? So first of all is there are boundaries from the start. And it's not really like a written boundary, but it's just a way that there are just boundaries in the way I relate with them, right? There are boundaries in the way I relate to them. Now, the way I relate to my female friends is quite different from the way I relate to my male friends, right? So my male friends are my G's. I can play with them, I can gist with them and everything. But one of the boundaries is I don't gist with them all the time. Like, you can't see that I call my male friends like every day. I'm actually very bad in calling people anyways. But then even if it's just chat, I don't do the old chatting every day, right? I don't do that every day. But one of the things that I do is, for example, if I need advice on a particular thing, I actually have friends that are like best for different, let me say different aspect of my life, right? Sort of in a way. So there are some that I reach out to, okay, what do you think, for advice? I reach out to them for advice. So I tell them if I'm about to make a decision, they know. So if I'm about to date somebody or someone is coming around, my friends know. I tell them. So I tell them the major things that are happening in my life. So they are, informed about the major things that are happening in my life. But this old gist of every day, so except I want to do a poco and I just want to gist them and everything. But the minute gist of something that happens every day. I can do that with my female friends, but I don't do that with my male friends. So from the beginning, there are boundaries in our friendship. There are boundaries already in our friendship, so that in a way that by the time any of us get a partner, they get a girlfriend or a fiancé, and I get my man and everything, it's not very hard to put a boundary. And it's not a thing that when they get a girlfriend and the girlfriend takes their time. On a norm, I don't take their time on a norm. So I don't. And one thing I do about friendship is I don't lay claim to your time. I don't have right to do that. I will ask you, when are you free? When can we talk and everything? If you're not free yet, I will chill till when you're free. I don't have authority over your time, right? So once your partner comes in, that's the person that have access to your time, that has authority over your time, sort of in a way, right? So not me. So at the point where a partner comes into play, right, for either of the sides and everything, it's not very hard. Nobody's competing with time. So there is no competition. right? So there's no competition amidst anybody, because from the beginning there were already boundaries that has been set, right? There are already boundaries in the ways that we relate, so that in a way that nobody feels uncomfortable, their partner does not feel uncomfortable, or my partner does not feel uncomfortable about the kind of friendship that I maintain with my guys. But when you see us outside, sometimes you can see me, I can stay with my male friends, and maybe one day we just sit down and we talk for a long time. We go out and we talk for a long time, but we don't do the whole hanging out every time, right? And all of that. So that's one of the things. There are boundaries that has been set. Then another thing is, to maintain this kind of friendship, you need emotional intelligence. And one thing I tell people is, you are in control of your emotions. Guy, I don't believe in this narrative that your emotions are in control of you. You are in control of your emotions. Now, I'm saying this because there are times that, yes, because you've been friends with this person, and this person is really amazing, like really amazing personality, you feel like I should be able to, like, you could date this person. So there are times that emotions could actually come into play. I won't discard that emotions can come into it, but that is where definition takes place, right? You have to get clarity. Is there possibility for this to be more than friendship? If there's no possibility for this to be more than friendship, in case like maybe the feeling is not mutual, then you have the emotions, that you have the feeling, you have to learn to control your emotions. I've done that quite a number of times. Because actually I'm actually a very emotional person. So there are people that I meet and the first connection that I have with them is emotions, right? So, and it might just be one-sided, right? It might just be one-sided. But the moment that I know that, okay, this is just one-sided, it is not mutual, one thing I ask myself is, so because emotional relationship does not work with this person, does it mean that any other kind of relationship can work with this person? No, there are people that God has actually brought into our life that they are meant to be our friends. But because we put up emotions first, and because the old emotions did not now work, you now discard the old thing, and you lose a friendship that is meant to be beneficial to your life, right? So you have to learn to control your emotions. Your emotions are in your hands for you to control, right? And it takes emotional intelligence for you to undo these things. It will take time. It will definitely take time, right? There is one of my friends that we almost thought we could date, right? But the moment we know that, okay, we both had, the emotions were even mutual. The emotions was actually mutual, right? But the moment that we know that, okay, this cannot happen, this relationship cannot happen, what we did was actually we took a step back for a while. So, but by the time we got back, we had to does it make sense, just becoming strangers? No, doesn't make sense becoming strangers. This person is such an amazing friend that I could have in my space. And so one of the things we did was to redefine the whole thing, right? So emotions, we had emotional connection and everything, but now we're just friends, and we're just simply friends. We're just platonic friends, right? We're just platonic friends. And another problem that happens is that it becomes very difficult is when you've already had a thing, probably had sex with this person. So someone you've had sex with, there's no way you can have a comeback from there. And that's the problem with the whole world today, because a lot of people cannot even maintain just platonic friendship. It must always be, a friendship with benefits or something. They're always benefiting you in one way, sort of. So once, the old sex comes in, it becomes a very difficult thing to redefine. It becomes a very difficult thing to redefine. But if no sex or anything has come into play and all of that, you can redefine that friendship and be in control of that friendship, right? So you have to learn to take control of your emotions. Then another thing is, make your friend's partner comfortable. You might not be best of friends with their partner, right? But you should come from the place of, oh, I am your friend and I am his friend. There is nothing more, right? So that's one thing I do. So I don't pose in a way that I become a threat to my friend's partner, and none of my friends pose in a way that they become a threat to my partner, right? So all of us have just have this very, so that's why I appreciate the kind of friends that I have. Actually, I appreciate the kind of people that I have as friends. I don't just get any kind of people as especially male, even general friends and everything, whether male or female. I don't just get any kind of people or anything. I don't become friends with just everybody, right? So I look at, okay, people, and I discern before I call you my friend, right? Before I call you like my friend, right? I discern before I call you my friend. So make your friend's partner comfortable with you, all right? You don't have to be, you might get to a point that all of you become a G, right? That you become really close friend with your partner, with your friend's partner, right? But in case where maybe the OG cannot happen, the old being close, intimacy cannot happen between your friend's partner, but just make sure that you make them comfortable around you. Make them know that you are not a threat. You're not a threat. Don't be in competition with them, right? Don't be in competition with them. The moment that they come into their life, the partner comes into their life, know that, Oga, your position is different. Even if you have been there for years, right? It does not matter. Even if you have been there for years, if because this person just came into the picture, does not mean that you now have to you still have to like be fighting for space, fighting for time and everything. Oga, your time is just maintain friendship and let their partner have their place, right? So in terms of friendship, in the dynamic of friendship, when your friend gets a partner, they become first in their life. So let them take that first position, even if you've always been because you've just been their friend when they were not in a relationship. You took over the first position. You have to learn to take a step back and make your friend's partner comfortable, to make sure they know that you're not in competition, you're not trying to drag whatever with them and all of that. So, and what else do I have to say? What else do I have to say about this kind of friendship, right? So then look for, just like I said, make sure that the kind of people that you call friends, you watch them, you discern them. It's not everybody that you can build this kind of friendship with, please, because it's everybody that you can build this type of kind of friendship with. So please, we should just learn how to not, because, and a lot of people do this thing. I find it very irritating sometimes that when people see me with my male friends, a lot of people just assume that I'm dating them. I'm like, they're just my friends. Because you people think that the whole world, or people think that people are not capable of having male friends and all of that, does not mean that it applies to me. God bless me in the name of Jesus. I've tried enough, and I've learned, I've grown to know how to maintain, male friends with people. So even if I had emotional connection, God has blessed me in a way that I can take control of my emotions. So if I know that you are worth having in my corner as just a friend, I keep it as just a friend, and I make sure that I don't do things that would destroy the whole relationship, right? So, right. So that's all I think that's all I have to say about this whole dynamic. So it's not meant for everyone, and you have to be careful of the kind of people that you build friends with. And another thing is, okay, there are times that your partner will tell you that, okay, they don't like this person. One thing you should do is not just assume that everybody speaks out of insecurity. There are people that speaks out of insecurity, right? And you have to learn to understand, or learn how to recognize insecurity, right? When someone is speaking out of insecurity, or when someone is actually just cautioning you because they can see what you cannot see. Because there are times that because you've been friends with this person, right, there are things that you cannot actually see in the way that maybe they started moving somehow. So when your partner calls your attention to, it seems as if something is not right here and all of that, you have to examine why they said those things. So ask them, have a conversation with your partner. Let them know. Let them examine why they said that thing to you, why they called your attention to it. And if you find it to be reasonable, your heart has to open for you to see, okay, is this thing true, or this is just out of insecurity, right? It's just out of insecurity. So I've had people that, constantly, and one of the things I do is, most times whenever I have a partner in someone coming close to me, you would definitely know my male friend, or I will tell you about my male friend, right? So you shouldn't just judge. And you shouldn't just judge on, she has a male friend. It's impossible for you to have a male friend and it's just friendship. Please don't do that. You have to you have to get to know these people first, see the way we relate before you actually judge that it's impossible for us to just be friends, right? So for me, I have male friends, and I know that in the name of Jesus, I won't have a partner that would say, oh, discard this person. And because I believe that my friends, they will always have sense forever and ever, and will be able to maintain good friendship. For me, I've always just loved a friendship with opposite sex. I've always just loved friendship with opposite sex, and I pride and I make sure that I find a way of building just platonic friendship and nothing more, no strings attached, right? No strings attached to it, and beautiful. So I don't know. I just love friendship of the opposite sex, right? So I love this idea of being the only female in the clique of guys. I love the idea. I really, really love the idea of being the only female. So I love to have like 3 male friends and I'm the only lady there. And then we take picture like, yeah, you get it. So and for me, I want to wear agbada, I want to wear suits for my friend's wedding, be the part of your groomsmen. I don't worry. I don't want to be brides. What do you say, bridesmaids? I want to be a groomsman. I want to wear agbada. I want to have them prostrate. You understand? So well, that's just all I have to say. So I don't know if you have this kind of friendship. You can definitely drop a comment, share your own opinion about this. If there are things that you think people need to take note of, if there are things that people need to learn to do, or ways to draw boundaries, or way to maintain good platonic friendship, right? Please, you can actually drop in the comment section. But please, I'm begging you, there are amazing male friends you can have. So don't because everybody thinks or assumes that you can't have just platonic friendship with the male or the opposite sex, you now discard the whole thing, please, right? You now discard your thing. You have authority over your emotions. Learn to control your emotions, right? Your emotions does not have authority over you. You can allow it to have authority over you, but you should know that you have authority over your emotions. You can always control your emotions. So thank you guys for watching this far. Thank you so much. Please, I beg, subscribe. I'm begging you, please guys, please subscribe. Make sure you like, make sure you share this video, drop a comment. I need to hear you guys, your opinion. If you think whatever I said is rubbish, you can say it in the comment section, but please don't use harsh words in the name of Jesus. So please just drop it in the comment below. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time, and bye. Signing out.